Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on a Wednesday night. Over halfway through the week, so we got this. Not going to waste any time. Just going to get right into it here. I saw a story earlier that really struck me. It's about follow home robberies. It's talking about follow home or follow off robberies. We'll get into that in a second here. But I believe this story, even though this particular story concentrates a lot on California, Los Angeles, there is something about it that we need to take and remember when we go out of our house every single day, okay? I spoke to this in a similar way in some videos, but it's been a while. I know we've added a lot of people to the channel. We've grown a lot, so I think it bears repeating, especially this day and time right now, what we're going through. And then I also have a great verse at the end, so stay tuned. But okay, follow home robberies are on the increase. Now this story really centered on Los Angeles, but similar things are happening in a lot of cities, large, small, medium, doesn't matter. But what's going on there is they've got a lot of gangs, like over 17, this is unbelievable, 17 gangs are sending out crews, okay? So they got crews of guys that follow and rob people that look wealthy or that are driving nice looking vehicles. All right, so they're targeting people that are driving the high-end vehicles or that they're wearing nice clothes or expensive jewelry. All right, so they're grabbing everything from designer handbags to expensive high-end jewelry, and they're selling it on the black market. All right, now the shameful thing that's going on here is that they're so soft on crime there that some are arrested, but they're just released. I mean, they're just released from custody almost right away, which is freaking insane in my opinion, but it's happening. And they formed this task force, whatever. I mean, what good does it do to have a task force if you can't really have a consequence for these crimes, in my opinion? So what they're doing is, again, they're called follow home or follow off robbery. So follow home, so they're following people to their homes and robbing them there, or they're catching them right when they come out of these stores and hitting them before, in between the store and their vehicles, okay? So these gangs, they're scouting targets, anything from places like boutiques, the high-end stores, hotels, nice restaurants, nightclubs. So some of the video footage from police say that these crews are rolling in between 3 as much as 5 cars deep, okay? So it's like they're coming in force and it's coordinated, all right? So they've worked on this in some of these attacks. And so they hit them, they blindside the victims, have hardly any time to react. They don't see it coming. And when people are in these high-end stores, they have their people on the inside serving kind of like spotters. So they're spotting targets. And when these targets are walking out, so when they're heading out of the store, the spotters inside are alerting their friends outside. And so they know who to hit, all right? So far this year, they've had 2 fatalities in the LA area over this. Lot of injuries. This can happen anywhere. It probably is happening in a lot more places. You're just not hearing about it. And it can happen in more than just large cities. Like I said, I think the medium-sized city, I know every city has gangs, of course. And it doesn't have to be a gang. It can just be criminals, even in a smaller town, So, in one particular thing that I read, it said that a woman, when there was a video, a woman was hit by a car. So she was targeted. They hit her, they mowed her down. And then when she hit the ground, they jumped out and grabbed her jewelry. Unbelievable, man, unbelievable. Broad daylight. This wasn't at night either. These are happening during the day, in most cases, night and day, but during the day as well. So now is more important than ever, have our situational awareness peaked up, okay? No matter where you go, doesn't have to be a high-end boutique. It could be the grocery store, gas stations, of course. I've had several viewers and subscribers email me about their experiences. And here recently, I've had more. I've had people email me. I know two in particular email me about people following them in the grocery store, stalking them, going up and down the aisles. I mean, it wasn't innocent. I mean, it was pretty obvious they were being targeted. One lady said that this person followed her all the way out of the store into the parking lot to her vehicle, where she turned around. Good for her. She turned around and revealed her self-defense weapon. Right? You know what I mean? And he took off running. Another commenter that we had somebody comment, it might have been the last video, one of my last videos, recent ones, where she was in a store, and grocery store, I forget which store it was or where it was, but when she was walking out, she's pushing her cart out to her vehicle, and in the parking lot, and this was a fairly, street clothes, nothing, didn't look homeless or crazy or anything. A young man just verbally attacked her randomly, okay? Verbally attacked her as she goes by. She ignored him, good for her, kept rolling to her vehicle. There was no other incident, but she said that she made a comment that to remind everybody that your cart can become a barrier and a weapon if need be, right? So, if you have a self-defense weapon, even better. I recommend them, get trained and be ready for that, of course. If you choose to do that, if you choose to get one, get the proper safety training, of course. But I believe, the anxiety level is up in the stores. I feel it when I'm out there. It's rare that we go to the store alone. We go together, Mrs. Dawg and I. So I recommend that you go in pairs or more if you can. Not everybody can. Sometimes you have to go alone. But again, situational awareness. I think these are some tips I came up with. Share some. I'm sure I left some out, but when you leave home, time to put that antenna on up. Okay, all right. If you have, it's not a bad idea to go gray man, gray woman right now. If you have a nondescript vehicle to do your shopping in, do that. Something that's not real flashy. All right. A nondescript vehicle, your nondescript street clothes, don't dress real fancy, of course. Keep the jewelry at home, please, okay? I wear a hat usually when I go out. I have a t-shirt on. I look pretty drab usually. Blend in. Blend in with the crowd where you are, kind of like the gray man mode. Blend in and keep moving. Just keep it going and keep it moving. Walk with a purpose, all right? Don't linger around. Put the cell phone away until you get home, all right? If you do use it, be aware. Don't just have your head buried in it and not pay attention to who's around you, okay? Okay, if somebody is stalking you or following you, all right, and it's pretty obvious that they are, look them straight in the eye. At least that's what I recommend. Let them know that you see them and that you notice them. I mean, look them right in the eye, all right? A lot of times that'll take care of it, all right? But watch who's watching you. Watch who is around you, okay? Just be aware. Pay attention to who is following you or maybe following you even, especially when you leave the store, all right? So when you leave the store and you're getting in your vehicle, if it looks like somebody's following you and you suspect that, don't go straight home, all right? Go to a fire station, police station, call the police, take an alternate way home just to see if they keep following you, all right? Like I said, shop in pairs or more, two or more if you can. I know the way Mrs. Dawg and I do it, especially when we're loading the vehicle, all right? You're kind of vulnerable between that store and your vehicle and loading it up, all right? You're in a vulnerable spot right there, all right? Especially during that time period. Typically what we do is Mrs. Dawg loads the car and I am on watch. And I got an eye on anybody, anything coming anywhere near us, car or person, okay? I mean, I'm not like, looking crazy or nothing doing that, but I'm aware of what's going on, all right? And you can do that in the store as well. One shop really concentrate on the shopping and the other one, has that constant awareness going on. Because it's hard to do both. Because I know when you're alone, you're trying to get your stuff. There's so much going on. People are around you. All right. Okay, the nosy ninnies. All right, the people who may ask you, "Oh, why you got all that in your cart?" You know, I hear a lot of people talk about that. I don't think I've ever been asked about something I have in my cart, but we don't ever buy a whole lot at one time. We spread it out over different trips, but still, I hear that a lot. But if you get a nosy ninny on you, I don't know, male or female, it don't matter. Uh, I would ignore them personally, or you know, you do one of three things in my book. I would either ignore and keep it moving. You can tell them, I got a big family, all right? Requires a lot of groceries. Say that. Or you can always say, I'm donating a lot of it to the food bank. You know, something like that. If you want to say something, or if the cashier asks, someone makes a comment about it. But I probably would just ignore and keep it moving, smile and keep going. You know, have a nice day. You know, but share your tips. Like I said, I probably left something out. I'm sure I did. So many good things you can do about this, but share that. Okay, good verse. This is super short, but in Titus 3, chapter 3, at the beginning of it, it does talk about being ready, being obedient, and being ready to do whatever is good. Be ready to do good, or ready to do whatever is good. All right. And with all the bad going on out there, and the negative and all that, there is good out there in this world. You don't hear a lot about it. And I think we should do our part to be good out there and be kind. So let's take that opportunity to do it when we can. It can be small, be a small gesture, but be kind, extend grace out there, but take no dog squeeze, none at all. God bless y'all. See you soon.